All
Hello,
right,
hello.
what's up, everybody? Give me 1 second. Let me turn off this fan. I just realized it was there. You can add deviant if you want while I do that.
Yep. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Always.
Oh,
All right,
there we go.
what's up, everybody?
Hello.
This is Politicality again. I think it's Thursday. I think it's like the 19th or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's the 19th.
yeah. So today, last week we kind of talked about it, and then today, Deviant Outcast is with us. What's up, Deviant Outcast?
Hello,
How you
Hey.
I'm
doing?
doing good. Uh, I think I landed now. Things became very confused right at last moment, as is per usual. And of course, I knocked over a bunch of miniature things. Uh, so that's good. But I'm super stoked.
Lil keeps her shit in folders, so
Oh,
uh,
God.
it's okay.
Meaning my files and crap.
Yeah. Uh, Files and crap.
how
Yeah,
is
there you
my
go.
how is my sound?
You're good.
Is it
Yep.
okay? Good,
Mm-hmm.
good.
All right. So,
So,
what's up,
Awesome.
everybody out there in the chat? Seth was just here a minute ago. What's up, Average Joe? Tori just popped in. Sue. Uh, Kelly.
mm-hmm.
That's all I see for now. How's everybody doing today? So the title may have been a little confusing, I guess. I just kind of came up with that at about 4 o'clock this morning and put it on there. I didn't really think it through very well, but um, I mean, it kind of explains things that are going on, though. We're going to talk a little bit, and I've got a few clips for us to look at too. We're going to talk a little bit about the ongoing war in Iraq, which uh, you know I said
Mm-hmm.
was a holy war there, which
Iraq?
it
Uh,
kind of is. Iran,
Or
not
Iran?
Iraq. That that was
I
that
don't
was
know how
that was a long time ago.
so so many people are confusing the two. People who I would not expect that from. I think Ember were talking about
It, it's be,
Baghdad and
yeah.
speaking Farsi in Iraq, and but it was Iran.
It's
It-
because we spent 20 years in the Iraq War, and it's just
yeah,
kind of in our consciousness to say Iraq as opposed to Iran.
yeah. I can get that. I just find it funny because it's literally the people I wouldn't expect to be
Mm-hmm.
confused by geography.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well,
And by that I mean the
It's not being
smart
confused by
people.
geography. It's just
I
it's just
think the names
force
are
of habit
similar.
more than
Yeah.
anything else.
I think the
It's just
names are
habit from saying it.
similar, and we're
Yeah.
used to talking about Iraq. So, but yeah, Iran, lots going on there, and
That's such a bad thing to say about the country that you are at war with.
Yeah, we shouldn't either.
I'm not at
Period.
war with anybody.
No,
So,
I
Neither am
know,
I.
I know, I know. It's just when you step out of it and look at it from the outside, like, yeah, people should probably know which
Yeah.
country they're warring with. But I also get that as uh, things are happening in, I won't say the White House, I would say in Donald Trump's head, and then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes maybe he borrows the brainworm from RFK, and they have a little powwow, and suddenly there is war. in Iran, and I'm guessing you all know by now that he's planning to take over Cuba.
Yep.
And of course, was it Venezuela? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest of you are just like, okay, so this happens now, and that, okay, nice. I guess we're at war again with the
Yeah.
peace-loving president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get this man a Nobel Peace Prize.
Right.
Yeah, that's how you get a Nobel Peace Prize. You just start a ton of wars. That's how you get
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
You declare
Yeah.
victory, declare that you made peace in these countries, and you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize.
And then you start to threaten the literal sibling nation of those who give out the peace prize. And then when you don't get it, you start to threaten the country that are giving out the peace prize.
Yeah.
Because that's how peace works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace through force is what they or peace through strength. I think is the term they used, which is stupid. But
Yeah, that's so fucking... det är så jävla efterblivet så vet fan vad jag ska ta vägen. Sorry, I had to vent.
yeah, I didn't know any of
No,
those
I
words.
get it.
But so we've talked a little bit about the how there was this this thing where they were saying like the military leaders were telling the soldiers that this was Trump's holy war to bring back Jesus and all that stuff, and I don't know how true that is, but today we're going to talk a little bit about part of the show anyway about how it doesn't matter because the effect was the same.
Yeah.
Because now you have a lot of the Christians in the United States perpetuating that idea anyway, and we'll see some of that today. That's why I referred to it as the Holy War. Also, there's a lot of propaganda surrounding this that it's like going well, and that a lot of the right wing or Trump sympathizing idiots on YouTube have been out there saying like, oh, we've destroyed 80% of this, and their navy's gone, and all we got to do is this, and it's over. And today we'll look at why that's stupid. And then I've got we've got Mark Wayne Dumbass, the next head of DHS, being a dumbass.
It doesn't even matter whether he gets confirmed or not, because if he doesn't get confirmed, the next guy's going to be just as bad.
Yeah.
There are no good people in this administration. Not a single fucking one of them.
Is that the guy who is taking over after what's her fuckface?
Kristi Noem.
Kristi Noem.
Yeah. Yeah, he's he's said a lot of crazy shit in the past and said a lot of stupid stuff during what was supposed to be a confirmation hearing, but it was just him and Rand Paul fighting with each other.
This is the guy that threatened to fight somebody, I think it was like 4 or so years ago, and Bernie Sanders got in the middle and stopped it.
He wanted to, yeah. Yep.
I say he pretended like he wanted to fight someone, and the second Bernie Sanders said something, he would have gotten his ass kicked. Yeah, back down.
He would have gotten his ass kicked. I would have paid money to see that, though.
Yeah, he
But like
mentions how he's good friends with that guy now.
that's one of the things though with so yesterday there was um, a news article in one of the main I shouldn't say one the largest news reporter in Sweden news media in Sweden about a census, like Pew Research, that sort of thing. Whether or not we in Sweden still considers the US to be a democracy.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And just so you know, not even the members of what used to be white Aryan resistance, the White Aryan Resistance Party, not even them considers you to be a democracy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. We're not.
in as a majority of, but either way, it had me once again think of one of the hallmarks of non-democracies, fascist states, and people who kind of usurp the power in a nation, and that is to create calamity, unrest, and not just what we see in the with like the ICE agents and all of that, but look at how people are behaving in the Senate. This is the highest governmental institution in the largest and richest country on earth, the quote unquote leader of the free world. And the way that people talk to each other, threatening to punch each other in the face.
Yeah.
Treating each others like it's bully tactics. And as soon as you see someone from a different country or a previous administration in the US, you're gonna, oh yeah, this is how it's done, right? I remember these times.
Yeah.
You don't want these. Sorry, it really
No, I
bothers
get
me.
it. Yeah, I get it. And it's just like, I mean, it's one of those things where there are straight up people getting in fights on the street because of who they have on their bumper or who they don't have on their bumper. Like, I mean, I saw that crap like in 2020 all over the place. You know, like it's just it's ridiculous that it's gotten to the point that's gotten in. Yes, there's always been the undertone of that here. It's just out in the open a lot more.
Yeah, and it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. It's what I have said for quite some time now when speaking with people who are very much like pro Second Amendment and defending it with this yeah, but it's for us to be able to stand up towards an oppressive government.
Yeah, but they don't
And
give a shit about your First Amendment rights either.
no, but more than that, how are you going to stand up to the government when you're running around fighting and being afraid of your next door neighbor because
Mm-hmm.
they vote for another party, they go to different church, they still belong to the same religion, but it's a different
Mm-hmm.
church. It's the distrust that permeates the US goes so much deeper than
Mm-hmm.
I had really understood, like up until
Yeah.
say 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's scary too, because it means that,
Mm-hmm.
so for this to have a good outcome, people need to come together. And I know that you have done that in huge ways with the protests and such. But as time goes by, things ramps up.
Well, I think there's a fundamental problem. So, it used to be that not only the American people had some sort of respect for the office that these people held, but the people that
Mm-hmm.
held those offices had a little bit of respect for the office they held,
Yeah.
and so that kind of led to trying at least a little to have a little integrity. Um, and what MAGA and Trump has showed us is that those things are no longer what's important, and the people that hold those offices have no respect for the office, for the office or the history of those bodies or the Constitution itself. And so whenever you start throwing out those fundamental things and we're operating um, outside of that, you I mean, you unfortunately get some of the things you see where they act like
Mm-hmm.
children in the halls of Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and
I'll
that
be the
only
first to tell you
feeds.
that our government's fundamentally broken. Uh,
I mean, it only feeds into it. It becomes a vicious spiral, in that when the general citizen then see their leaders behave in such a way, it signals to them that this isn't serious. This is how we are to behave. We aren't going to solve issues by talking them through, trying to find um, common ground and finding a solution that is as good as it can be for as many as possible. But instead, you are to uh, behave like a fucking Twitter thread and just
Mm-hmm.
throw mud at each other.
yeah. Well, and there's a lot of theater to it now, which that's been
Of
there, but
course.
Yeah.
not to the extent and not to the they're like looking for every opportunity to get in front of the cameras now because the election cycles are no longer like 6 months out of the election year. They're from the moment they get in office, they start fundraising, working towards the next election because the only thing that matters is staying in power.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember hearing reports of Congress people that would get elected, they would be in office for like 2 days and then immediately have to start fundraising for the next one. Especially in the House of Representatives, where they get elected every 2 years. The problem is when you get somebody in the Senate who is a complete piece of shit, it takes 6 years at minimum to get them out.
Yeah,
Especially when they become a piece of shit a year in.
yeah.
Mm.
But the people like before, like, to get elected, you had to. I mean, it was fun if you had like some you had flip flopped on things, or you hadn't been truthful 100% of the time. Like that
Mhm.
was kind of how we knew politicians. But now you have people like Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mark Wayne Mullen, uh, all in the halls of Congress. People who would not normally you wouldn't think of with the integrity that office should hold. Like, it used to be like you had constituents, I have constituents, and we both respect that, and we're trying to do what's best for our constituents. But that's not the case anymore. They're trying to do what's best for Donald Trump, and what's best for Donald Trump is for them to stay in power to do what's best for Donald Trump. And that's their only focus. On the right, the left has its problems with this too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
not to the same extent.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then you have legacy media is has become propaganda networks for whatever side they're supporting.
Mhm.
Um, Independent media has a lot of issues too, but at least we'll cover the stories.
Yeah.
The Legacy media, whether it be CNN or Fox, will only tell you part of the news. Now, that's not to say that those two things are equal, because they're not, but they suffer some of the same problems, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have noticed a big difference between news reporting in the US and news reporting here. Of course, it don't get me wrong. We have shitty uh, instances of news media too. It's just that I don't engage with them.
Yeah.
But we also have very serious uh, and independent news media. I mean, our system is built upon the fundamental idea that when it comes to learning about what's going on in Sweden and in the world around us, the reporting has to be factual and as neutral as possible. So when I see a news story from it in Sweden, it's oftentimes just this
Mhm.
happened, this is what people say about it on this side, and this is what people say about it on that side. In the US, it seems to be much more like
Mhm.
opinion pieces. It's not so much reporting on what actually happened as using what happened to forward
Yeah.
an idea about what you should think about what happened. And I
Yeah.
think I could be wrong, but I get the impression that it's been like that for a long time. And
Yeah.
now, because of the political climate and the Trump regime, it's become so much worse. It's come to its tipping, not tipping point, but like tippy toe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. There. So some of the some of the media is not actually news, though, and it was never. I mean, it's meant that you think it is, but but it's not, and it was never labeled as such. Like Fox News is an
Mm.
entertainment network.
Yeah.
The and a lot of Americans are just not educated on the inner workings of our government
Hmm.
and at all. Not even, I'm not to a great extent, but at least somewhat. The And I think that because of how much damage we've done to education, that most people can't discern the difference. Um, so they think
Yeah.
Fox News is the news.
Yeah. Media literacy in this country is horrific.
Yeah, yeah. Now, and left media is far from neutral too. I agree. The
Yeah.
And like the difference is though is like here, like I wouldn't call this show news, although we talk about some stories that are in the news. Um, the I'm biased, and I put that out there right up front. Like there's no I have a position, and I think given things like what's best in any measurable metric for the country are I'm on the correct side of that. What's morally correct, I'm on the better side of that anyway. The but people have different ways of weighing those things out based on their own experiences and life. Uh, doesn't make them right. They can be wrong, but
Hmm.
they just have a different method of viewing it. No, I wasn't. What? Stealing what you just chatted? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I hadn't even seen it, Joseph. Um, but uh, but yeah. So there's definitely issues with media, especially legacy media, and I think that whereas like whenever we get into independent media, like left wing independent media on YouTube, for example, will clickbait the shit out of you about things that are not even in the story, and right wing media will just straight out lie to you about things that just aren't even true. Um,
Hmm.
the And of course there's crossover. That neither one of those is 100% unique to the side it's trying to portray, but seems to be more on each side of it in that way. Not a very honest space to be in, I don't guess.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anyway, let's take a look at a video.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to add you over here, Deviant, so give me just a second.
Oop. I am on stage.
We'll put you right there for now.
Yes.
All right. So there's been several things going on in the halls of Congress. This is just the first one we're going to look at. We'll get to Mark Wayne Mullen in a minute. But this has got Tulsi Gabbard, and I think it ends kind of funny. But here we go.
This morning, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard testifying on Capitol Hill, grilled on the war in Iran.
Did you brief the president?
Can you increase the volume? It's
That
really hard.
result would be that Iran would strike adjacent Gulf nations and close the Strait of Hormuz.
I have not and won't divulge internal conversations.
Yesterday, a top counterterrorism official, Joe Kent, resigned, saying it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby.
The White House dismissing his resignation letter, saying the president had compelling evidence that Iran was going to attack the U.S. first.
The war taking a new ominous turn today. Both sides now openly taking aim at energy assets. Iran confirming an attack on its gas refineries, and in response, warning its neighbors to evacuate energy facilities in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. Last night, the U.S. launching a major attack, dropping multiple 5,000-pound bunker buster bombs near the Strait of Hormuz, trying to reopen the critical waterway to oil tankers blocked by Iran. Today in Tehran, funerals. Killed in Israeli strikes. Israel now claims a third assassination. Iran's intelligence minister, Esmail Khatib. Overnight, Israel facing a wave of deadly Iranian strikes across the region. Multiple cluster munitions intercepted over Tel Aviv, but a drone hitting the home of an Israeli couple in their 70s, killing them both. And in Lebanon, where Israel is taking on Iranian-backed Hezbollah, powerful Israeli strikes leveling an entire building in Beirut, killing 10 and injuring 27, according to the Lebanese Ministry of Health. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Okay. So the point of that is that you're being told that everything was going great and that Iran has been, kneecapped to the point to where they can't fight back, and they have no resources to do any of this and everything. And by the way, the energy facilities mentioned at the beginning, Iran has already struck an energy facility in Qatar as of today. So there's that. But that clip is from yesterday.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking crazy. Like, we shouldn't even be over there. We shouldn't even be doing this. And then there's the whole thing about... And then there's the whole thing about Hegseth and Trump being all like, you guys need to be cheerleading the war, blah, 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 blah. And getting all pissed off at media companies because they're not cheerleading this. Like, what the hell, dude? I don't know anybody who is actually halfway intelligent that's cheerleading this.
I mean,
right.
The whole thing about Iran was about to strike the US first. Based on what? Because to my knowledge, onions. The onions in Trump's head.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of clear that he's been wanting to go to war with Iran for years, because his whole thing, the whole thing with Trump is it's projection. It's always projection. And he said way back in 2016, watch, Obama's going to start a war with Iran to save his presidency or save his election chances. Actually, he said that in 2012. Didn't fucking happen. It's always projection with him. Always. If he says someone else is going to do something, he's the one who ends up doing it.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that people like Trump, people with the psychology of Trump, they have this the strong man misconception that you need to be powerful. Just look at the people that Trump looks up to, like Vladimir Putin, Benjamin Netanyahu, what's that other guy's? I can't remember his name.
Well,
the Saudis. It's this.
Oh yeah.
If he going to war, in the mind of Trump, is a sign of being a strong man, a strong leader, not taking into account for a fucking millisecond, because he generally does not care about the people. not just the people over there, but the damage that it does to the American people as well. Trump
Yeah.
doesn't care if Americans die.
Well, I think that the one of the reasons I played that is I was trying to show that not only does he not care, but he's willing to lie to you and say that it's not even like our media in general is willing to lie to you and say that everything's going great. That was from a local news network, although they were covering a national headline. The that was though because the mainstream media isn't covering it that way. They'll sit and tell you that, oh well, we expect the war to be over, or the what did he call it, excursion to be over in a matter of days or weeks or whatever, and that we've destroyed most of Iran's weapons and all this stuff. Whereas that whole video was Iran bombing the shit out of Israel, Lebanon, the Strait of Hormuz, and Qatar. I mean, like it was.
Yeah.
They're lying to you. It's propaganda.
Yeah, and that's also an important point when we talk about totalitarian regimes, non-democracies, and something that's been going on in the US to an increasing degree since Trump's second term started, which it's fucking amazing to think that it's 14 months.
Yeah.
It's a quarter.
Yeah.
It's a quarter of the time that he's supposed to be in office.
Yeah.
But he's been taking action, unlawful action, but law doesn't. I mean, your law and order candidate, now president, is a 34 times felon and a pedophile, and never mind.
Right.
But he's threatening and even persecuting, not persecute, using the law, not persecution like harassing them with a stick. People, news personnel and news companies that doesn't report the way he wanted to be reported. And people are looking. So the scary thing is that the tactics he's using works. The whole point with the way that ICE is behaving, the whole point with sending the National Guard into American cities is to ramp up fear, to accommodate compliance, or not accommodate, but to incite compliance, force compliance by fear. And people have been put in jail, their rights stripped away from them, not being. And I wish I remember the guy's name, because there was one example I heard of just like the day before yesterday, I think, not being given the right to an attorney, not having the right to call his family. So they had no idea where he was. He was eventually released, but there is still a court case against him. And what was the crime? Literally nothing. He literally did his job as a reporter. And people in general, they're going to wage, okay, should I do my job Or should I make sure that me and my family and my children are safe? And suddenly
Yeah.
the job part isn't that important.
Yeah. So,
I mean, and one thing that's been floated about ICE is them having ICE agents around polling stations and stuff. If people think that that's not going to have a chilling effect, like, yeah, it's going to. They have outright murdered American citizens.
Oh yeah.
so
So, yeah.
average Joe. I would argue that the hundreds of different cases that have went in front of judges from both the left
Mhm.
and the right, Trump appointed judges included, have decided that his actions were very illegal, and
Mhm.
they have they have ordered that he stop some of them. They have refused to stop some of them. He's declared, well, he didn't declare. He started a war without the approval of Congress. He's broken many laws. So I just disagree with you, and I
Epstein
think that that's
files!
demonstrable. Yeah, yeah,
Epstein files. That is a clear and very obvious violation of
yeah,
the law.
yeah. He signed the law himself and broke it. Like,
Yeah. Because he knew it
uh,
wouldn't pass veto. He knew
yeah,
he couldn't veto it.
yeah.
By the
So
way, speaking of the veto, it's funny as hell that he's saying they're threatening to veto, or that he's threatening not to sign any legislation that comes before his desk before the Save Act, which is not getting passed, by the way.
no.
But the thing is if a piece of legislation goes to his desk and it sits there for 10 days and he doesn't sign it, it becomes law anyway. He's going to fuck himself over because I guarantee you he doesn't know that.
Yeah. The yeah, he needs 60 votes in the Senate to pass that. That's never happening. Never ever.
No. There's enough Republicans who are, like, hard set against that because here's the thing the reasonable Republicans know that's gonna stop a lot of women the rest of the women Republicans from voting.
Yeah. All right. So
So,
we talked. So when we're talking about this misinformation in the media thing, whenever someone goes on and says the war in Iran isn't going well, Trump threatens to have them charged with um, being what's the word uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Treason, terrorist.
Treason. Yes, treason. That's the
Treason.
word. Trump threatens to have these people charged. If a TV show talks about it's not going well, they want to pull their licenses and stuff. Now, let's go back and look at this claim in the media that there were people in the military who were saying that this was a religious war and that Trump was trying to bring back Jesus and all that stuff. I don't think that that claim is true, at least not on the widespread scale that it was reported. I don't think it's true. Um, but why was the Trump administration not outraged about that? That would have been the more extreme thing. It's because they're the ones that wanted that leaked.
Yep.
Because now we're going to look at a clip which shows what the side effect of that was, and it's exactly what they want because it gets people to back this war.
We ask God to protect.
Suggesting God is on our side is not new.
We trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail.
Can you guys hear that?
yeah, I can.
Because I can't.
I can hear Trump,
can.
but it's kind of low.
Okay. Will, mute your microphone for a second. Okay. Go in your settings and turn on background noise suppression while this is playing. You've got a real bad empty
But
noise
U.S.
sound
President Trump.
I still can't hear it, so it don't matter. Anyway,
We ask
I'll
God to
start it over
protect.
here.
Suggesting
Let it play.
God is on
I know
our
what it sounds like.
side is not new.
We trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail.
But U.S. President Trump,
lifting up the arms of our president,
who prayed with Christian leaders in the Oval Office after starting the war, is seen by some as anointed by God. Influential pastor John Hagee links the war with Iran to biblical prophecy leading to Armageddon and says that Trump is the one to stop Iran.
Other presidents did not have that courage. Donald Trump has that courage, thank God.
Pete Hegseth, Trump's Secretary of Defense, holds prayer services at the Pentagon and read Old Testament scripture at a briefing this week.
Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle.
The Military Religious Freedom Foundation says it's received more than 200 complaints from military members that commanders are using religion, in some cases biblical prophecy, to justify the mission.
Their commanders view it in their version of Christian nationalism, that this was all foretold in the biblical book of Revelation.
Washington has long painted Iran as a country of religious extremists.
Iran is run by lunatics, religious fanatic lunatics.
Iran is a theocratic authoritarian regime, but conflicts historically are more bloody when one or both sides use religion to rationalize the fight.
The idea of trying to have this be our God versus your God, again, past is prologue. That has never ended well.
To many, this war is really about oil and power in the Middle East. Religion tries to inject superior morality.
It may be used by both sides to justify certain acts of really savage violence. It actually may make long-term peace harder to solve because it roots the conflict in points of ideology and belief, which may not be actually what's the driving force behind some of the conflict.
I was saved by God to make America great again.
What does Trump believe? Some interpret the war as a stepping stone to biblical end times. For Trump, could the price of oil be the stepping stone to losing interest and shutting down this war? Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.
Okay. I heard the end of it anyway. And it fixed your background noise, Will. Thank you. So this is, again, it's like, here we're not going to threaten to charge anybody or pull media licenses or anything else whenever they're out there saying this story. In fact, it seems to be an administration-based thing that has promoted this story, and now it's being used, and you hear the evangelicals getting behind the war and parroting the same things that were in those claims.
Even if the reports that were given out about, like, this many people complained that stuff, we know that kind of shit happens. It happened during the Iraq War too. We know it happens. So
yeah, it's not unbelievable. I mean,
yeah,
it's not. Whether it happened or not doesn't mean that people won't believe that it happened. I thought that was true when I first heard it for some time. In fact, I even argued on here with somebody in chat that it wouldn't be this widespread if that hadn't happened. There wouldn't be 200 reports and all that. But it turns out it wasn't really 200 reports. It was one report claiming that it happened 200 times. And there's reason to be skeptical of that.
Yeah, but I mean, it is not even remotely outside the realm of possibility that there was an officer talking to one of the people that he's over and it came up. Like, that's completely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Probability, if you ask me. I mean,
I would say, given that there are fractions in the US who are actively working for this to be a religious war and has done so for decades to try to start the not Revelation, the Armageddon. when a war starts, of course, those people are going to, whether or not it's the intent from the government, from the administration or not, they're still going to claim it is. And sadly, this time around, it's become so probably troligt. Probable. I'm sorry.
I
don't know what
couldn't
happened.
words this morning either. So
That was great.
yeah.
Slight malfunction there for a moment.
Hey,
No,
slight
that a lot of people believe it, and Trump is an opportunist. So if this serves his goal, his actual goal, he's going to be A-okay with it. If it turned out that people were at large very upset over it, he would go out and say, that's not it. It has nothing to do with yada, yada, yada. But since it serves him, he's just quiet and allowing false news to spread far and wide.
Well, let's flip it around and pose it back in the form of a question, right? So, if you are the Trump administration or Donald Trump, and you have this, you've started a war in the Middle East that is very unpopular with your allies, with NATO, with the American citizens, with the whole world. This war is very unpopular. Your base, though, is mostly made up out of Christian nationalists, though. So how do you get people to support the war that you've started? And you appeal to that Christian nationalist ideology part of it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's at play here. Now, I'm giving them credit for like maybe not 4D chess, but like checkers here, and I'm not sure they're capable of that. But that's what it looks like to me anyway. And this is my opinion. Everything on this show is. So, yeah, but that's what it looks like to me. Yes. I concur.
That made me giggle.
Yeah. But I think that trying to make it inform your guests of the past hundreds and hundreds of years that historically prove it as one. What on earth are you talking about, lady? That's not very nice.
He knows what the hell he's talking about. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I read it and I was like hundreds and hundreds. What have we got here? And then I read it and I was like, oh, I don't even know what he's going on about. Is there a gas leak there, Joseph? Did Kent leave the gas on? I don't even think you're at DAL, so or maybe you are. I don't remember. I thought you left.
It's another Joseph.
No, that's Joseph. Pretty sure.
No.
That's not Joseph from DAL?
Did you not learn about the Crusades? That's not
Joseph from DAL.
Apparently you did not. Try again.
Yeah. I knew that. That's not his picture. Anyway. Yeah. They have a reason to promote it as such in order to get people to back it. And even if you're not part of the Christian nationalist movement or even if you're not a very religious person, you understand that Iran is a theocracy, and you can still kind of get behind it from a false sense of patriotic responsibility or whatever. I guess some shit like that. I guess some made up stuff, but very unpopular. Where here words? Where here words?
Who the fuck knows?
It's very funny to me that this person thinks that I have no understanding of history. I mean, sure, I mainly deal with history that is a bit older than just a few hundred years, but
between me and you, we've got it covered.
Yeah.
I do more modern history, you do older history. Like, we got it covered. Granted, mine's all within like the last 100 years, but
it doesn't become a holy war just because it's a war between countries that has different religions as their main religion. That doesn't make it a holy war. That's not how that works.
All right, so we're gonna play a thing real quick, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Here we go. Let me make this large.
In 2024, NASA researcher Rachel Lenz gave the world
You guys having that problem too?
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with it.
Let's go.
I've got it.
in 2024, NASA researcher
I don't know why that's not one to play.
I can put it up on mine.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. I am... Wait, hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do this on the fly. There we go.
Go ahead.
In 2024, NASA researcher Rachel Lenz gave the world a flag made from NASA images for Pride Month. On January 20th, 2025, the incoming U.S. administration ordered that Artistic Union of Science and Civil Rights deleted. So I tracked down the original images it was made from, recreated it, and then added even more wonders of the cosmos to update the flag to the current, more inclusive form. On the anniversary of the inauguration, I released it. And it went viral several times. Now you can get a physical copy of that artwork as a full-sized flag or a large sticker, as well as space artworks of the other Pride flags: lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersex, ace, and new flags being added all the time. Get one for yourself or give them as gifts, and celebrate Pride, celebrate science, celebrate resistance, and help support a creator fighting for human rights for all humans. Head to astralpride.org. Politicality.com. And use code LIL at checkout for an exclusive offer.
There you go.
Woo.
Those are awesome.
I love those flags. They are so freaking beautiful.
And they look fantastic. Like, the full-size flags look amazing.
I'll fix that in the future so that it plays as so it's uploaded first instead of trying to play it from my computer. That was the problem. Yeah, go over and check out Amber. Subscribe over there. We've got links and stuff where you can go and check out those flags. There's one. But there's, I think I put it in the description as well. And if not, it'll be there after the show. Yep. That one's going to give you, so you've got Lil just posted that, and that form of the video had her promo code in it. You get a different discount with the 2 promo codes. So go buy 2 flags.
Yeah, with mine, you get $1 off the stickers.
Yeah.
I
forget what the one with mine was, but anyway, you can go check that out definitely, and yeah, there you go. Bree posted a link there. Thanks, Bree.
Oh yay! Thank you.
So moving right along, we had Trump nominated Mark Wayne Mullen, and Mark Wayne Mullen has a history of saying some crazy shit, and not a very good person. But this has been covered a lot in a lot of other places. Now, this first clip, maybe not as much. The second one we'll get into a lot more. But during the hearing, Rand Paul, when he wasn't talking about Mullen being okay with him being attacked from behind and all that crap, he was he played this little video here, and this gives a record of Lewis Stickers TKA is the full size of G flag. There you go. Thanks, Amber. But this is just a brief history of some of the times that Mark Wayne Mullen has promoted violence or reacted with violence or whatever. And we'll let this play out and then we'll talk some more.
You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be 2 consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution, everybody?
No, sit down. Sit down. Look at you. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay. Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it.
If he got up too, would you have gone at it right there in the hearing room?
I would have probably jumped over the dais at that point. You have to be called out on it. If not, this guy continues to get away with this stuff. And it's just, you know, it's silly, it's stupid, but every now and then you need to get punched in the face. Well, go back to the 1800s and 1700s. They used to have canings.
And duels. And they used to have duels. Yeah.
Right. And there was a way that men used to settle their differences. I ignored him 4 times prior to that. And people say, yes, you're supposed to ignore it. Well, you know, I'm not a very good Christian. I try to be a good Christian. And I know people say you're supposed to turn the other cheek. I prefer the David method.
But we need to move from an almost.
And by the way, I'm not afraid of biting. I will bite.
Biting?
I'll bite 100%. Yeah. I mean, a fight, I'm going to bite. I'll do anything. I mean, I'm not above it. And I don't care where I bite, by the way. It just is going to be a bite.
In hindsight, any regrets?
No, I really don't.
Yeah. He's going to bite you guys. Mark Wayne Mullen
He doesn't care
Does
where
he
he
hair pull
bites.
too? Does he pull hair and bitch slap people?
Probably.
He does the cat fight.
So let me tell you something. If you have to go on the news or a news show to talk about how you were going to be such a tough guy, how you were, I'm going to fight and I'm going to bite people and all those Mark Wayne Mullen things, yeah, you're probably not that scary. From my experience, people who are tough don't generally have to sit and tell you about how tough they are.
No.
And this guy's a joke. But he's still promoting violence. And we'll look at the second video in just a minute. We'll allow some time for that to really marinate with the audience there. What kind of person we're dealing with. Ron Paul is another dipshit, and he's from my state. Rand Paul, however you want to say it. Dipshit Paul, not Jake Paul or Logan Paul, the other dipshit Paul. He spent the whole time trying to make this hearing about a thing that happened years ago, and yes, it does show that this guy doesn't have the temperament and should not be over Department of Homeland Security, where people have the authority to use force against people. It does show that. I agree, but Rand Paul spent way too much time just going on and on about, oh, you said you were okay with it. You said you were okay with it, and you're okay with it. And he just went on and on and on. When there was lots more things to talk about. Now, this video did show other examples, and it was Rand Paul who said roll the video. I guess he said roll the video, guys. So roll the video, guys. Yeah, but Mark Wayne Mullins showed that he was not. He's just not qualified for the job.
No, not at all.
Less so than Kristi Noem, who was, banging her assistant in the plane.
That's saying something. That someone that Kristi Noem is more qualified than someone else to do anything.
I do want to point out that in any other circumstance, Kristi Noem being the Secretary of Homeland Security and then doing that to someone who worked under her, that is a crime. Just to be clear, just because it's not a man doing it doesn't mean it's not a crime. This was her using her place of power and flying around on private jets and stuff, and with her boyfriend or whatever. It's illegal, and they're not going to hold her accountable for it, though.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
But
I mean, the thought, doing that with that woman,
yeah.
Sorry, I just a very dark headspace right now. Can't think of. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. No, I get it. Just no.
I mean, it's the least of all the issues with her, but it kind of hit me hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I get it.
Yeah, Kristi knows something else. Do you? Never mind. I'm not going to say that. We'll save that for the members only stream.
Yeah. And she's still part of the administration. She's just where she's not as visible.
Yeah, yeah. They just put her under a bus somewhere.
Yeah.
That's she's still there. She just has no power now. They gave her a lofty position that they made up for her, which I think is even funnier. But she has no actual power. So after that clip plays, this next clip kind of picks up a soon afterwards, and this one it's less than 3 minutes, but I'm going to let the whole thing play, and the end is stay for the end of the clip because that's where it gets funny. And if you keep up with this stuff, you've probably already heard it, but it's been on every talk show. I think The Daily Show, Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if Colbert covered it or not. News shows. Everybody's covered this, but it's worth seeing him get laughed at again. So here we go.
In fact, even after your anger had cooled, you were still bragging that if he'd only been brave enough to stand up, you'd have jumped over the dais and taught him a lesson, because that's how men should settle their differences. Do you think fighting as a resolution for political differences is a good example for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol?
As you can notice over my shoulder here is my good friend Sean O'Brien. Both of us have had conversations. Both of us have shaken hands.
Sorry about that. That's my fault. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. But I just wanted to say the answer here was no, by the way. The answer was no. Okay.
Both of us agreed we could have done things different. Sean is someone that has become a close friend. We talk all the time. I've been on his podcast. We've talked through this. That's how you handle your differences. Not like this, Chairman.
I'm glad you guys are friends now and that you've reconciled. But really, it doesn't get to the real point, whether or not you think violence is the way we settle things. In the days after the fight, you said, and I quote, "Sometimes people just need to be punched in the face." Is that still your opinion, that political disputes can sometimes and often only be resolved by violence?
No, I don't always agree with that. I don't believe in political violence. I've made that very clear. But sometimes people do need, theoretically speaking, sir, I get it. It's about character assassination for you. That's the way this game is played. I understand it. And you are making this about you, which is fine, but that doesn't keep me as Secretary of Homeland Security.
It's character assassination when you were the one lauding the assault. Who do you think started that character assassination? I'm just repeating what you have done in character assassination. I'm repeating your support for the assault. So that's somehow something I started?
No, sir. What I'm saying is you're adding a lot to it.
In the days after the fight, you did many interviews in which you justified the violence as historically justified by precedents, such as caning and dueling. Is it today your opinion that the caning of Charles Sumner was not only justified, but argues still for resolving our political differences with violence?
What I was simply pointing out is some of the rules that still apply to this body. For instance, dueling with 2 consenting adults is still there. I was pointing out what is still
illegal for 170 years. There's no precedent for legal dueling. Even then, they fled the country. Do you realize that the man that beat Charles Sumner with a cane, he beat him till he was unconscious? You know why no senators intervened? Because his friend held a gun on the other senators, and he kept beating him until he crushed his skull. That's what you're insinuating is the precedent of the Senate, and that's what you live by. That is a very...
Okay. So this guy thinks that in the Senate you can still challenge someone to a legal duel, and he he was a senator and doesn't know that that's not a thing.
Yeah,
So
I'd say that's pretty unqualified for the post
yeah,
when
yeah.
you don't know those very, very simple rules. I can't imagine you have to dig very deep into the rules of engagement that is to take place in the Senate before you realize that no, dueling and beating people with canes is no longer how we do things in the 21st fucking century.
Yeah.
Or as he calls it, the year 2021st.
Oh, well,
Which he did
you can
also
say it
say.
that way.
He did also say that, and he said a lot of bad things, and then he cried for a while, which
Oh,
you know how those really, really, I'm not. There's not. I don't have a problem with him crying. I have a problem with the tough guy persona he tries to pass off, and then his crying.
yeah.
The Yeah, so in true Trump administration fashion, he doesn't know that you can't cane or have duels in the halls of Congress. So let's give this guy a promotion, right? Yeah, let's make him head of all of DHS.
Best man for the job.
Yes, yes. And
DHS isn't that Department of Homeland Security?
yeah.
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 He's perfect for the job.
Yeah, I'm sure that nothing will ever come up
No issues will stem from that.
Yeah. And yeah, we're friends now doesn't justify what happened before you got there. Exactly. You disagreed with someone and challenged them to a fight at a hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he thought would happen there was he would talk a big game and the dude was just going to back down. And when that didn't happen, he stood up and then if in the first clip, whenever Bernie Sanders stopped him, he's like, "Oh, okay," like he's immediately just fine all of a sudden. So that tells me that it was false anger to begin with, theater, which is common in the Senate and the House especially. But yeah. Ascalon said he likes your makeup, Will, and then you turned off your camera.
My
Yeah.
contacts are bothering me today.
Oh. Well. Go ahead. Oh. That's a comment. I often have that effect on women. But this is just more of the same from the Trump administration, right? They want to put people who will be loyal first and know what the hell they're doing third or fourth, and or not at all. And it's the same thing that happened with Tulsi Gabbard in the prior hearing. It's the same thing that happened with all of Kristi Noem's tenure as head of Department of Homeland Security. And it's the same thing that's going on with Pam Bondi right now, which they've tried to pull a quick one with to get her out of being subpoenaed and under oath in front of House oversight. So, yeah. Look forward to that too. What happens there? I should have put up a poll who actually thinks that she'll end up testifying under oath. about those things. I think that it'll happen because there's a lot of Republicans that are not happy with her as well. This was a bipartisan thing, although James Comer kind of was playing a little bit of a game here. But whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Even if they find that even if she goes in there and perjures herself, like, Trump will just pardon her. I mean, like, she probably already has a blanket pardon, you know?
I would say, honestly, like, he hasn't pardoned anyone yet because he's going to sit and wait and see how people are going to behave while he's still in office.
Right.
So he's not going to pardon them until the last minute.
Well, I think Trump cares about him being loyal now without the pardon, like, because they catch the heat now as long as they don't have a pardon. But once he pardons them, he catches the heat then. And I think he's probably made some promises to at least Pam Bondi and a couple others that, hey, just do, whatever the White House tells you to do. Listen to Stephen Miller, and if they try to impeach you or charge you or whatever, I'll pardon you. I imagine there's some deals in place because these people are too willing to go and just lie under oath. But they're also not very smart, or they don't have a lot of integrity. So maybe not.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are just obscene.
That's being a little kinder than I would be.
Yeah.
Or did I dream that Kash Patel was also being swapped out?
He hasn't yet.
There's been rumors floating around about that for a few months now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of his things is he does kind of keep everybody on the edge of you're next to get fired. So, that's nothing new.
Because he's such a great businessman, you can tell by his casino. Oh, it's not open anymore? Okay. And also, it's like with Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, and Mark Wayne Mullen too, for that matter. But especially with the first two, the amount of hypocrisy that they're willing to engage in just openly is appalling. Kash Patel's out there with his comments on the Epstein files, and then his whole thing about Stephen Ray using a private jet and why that shouldn't be allowed and all those things. And Kash Patel has done this more than anybody ever in history. And Pam Bondi, who focused her election campaign in Florida on standing up for victims of human trafficking and stuff, and now won't even look them in the eye, won't apologize for the mishandling of the Epstein files and numerous other things, and on and on and on. They are hypocrites every time they open their mouth. From the very beginning, Pam Bondi, I've got that on my desk to release. Well, and then, I didn't mean that, and didn't do that anyway. Even when ordered by law to, they've hidden Trump's name. They've covered up for Trump and other powerful people too, and so the hypocrisy is out there. And if I have any Trump supporters left in chat, which usually you guys are all gone by now, but if I have any left, how about them gas prices, guys?
Oh yeah.
I finally got a car and not going to be able to afford to drive the motherfucker. Yeah. And that's just another thing. Like Trump's whole thing and MAGA's whole thing. He's the peace president, the no foreign wars, the no regime changes, the no more pointless wars and no fighting wars for other countries and all that stuff. They wanted us to abandon Ukraine, but they're right up Israel's ass, aren't they? While they genocide people, Ukraine wasn't even doing that. The hypocrisy, though, it's common, and that's, I think it's both a product of sunk cost fallacy and also the Christian nationalist thing, because we see that a lot within like Christian nationalism and Christianity.
He doesn't believe in any of the shit, but he leans into it hard.
Oh yeah, every chance he gets.
Yeah.
He is, in just the last couple weeks, Trump has said both, I don't think I'm getting into heaven, and that he was appointed by God. Not really consistent. Not that he ever is. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's insane. Like, why the fuck do we have this guy as president again? Seriously, people?
Yeah.
Like, I hope you fucking got what you voted for.
How was he even allowed to run a second time?
Because the Senate is fucking stupid.
I mean, how is it possible that, at least in some states, if you're a felon, you're not even allowed to vote? You're not allowed to vote if you're in prison. But you can be a 34-time felon and a rapist. And as we now know, though, back then we didn't know the same way we know now, a pedophile. And still run for office and be elected by the people who claim they just want to save the poor children. Hypocrisy?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It's just, once he's elected, I understand, like, it's easier said than done to fix that. I mean, I think there's been lots of opportunities for the 25th Amendment and for impeachment. The Republicans should want him impeached. Every candidate that he touches is doomed from the moment that he backs them. The Republican Party is in deep trouble as of right now, going into these midterm elections. Mm-hmm. But it's not just that. It's their constituents are going to want to know, why they're supporting all of these things, why they voted with Trump every step of the way, and they just aren't going to have an answer for it, and they will pay some kind of price in at least the midterm elections, provided that Trump isn't able to prevent people from voting or doesn't suspend the elections altogether or all of those things.
Joseph, I'll never vote for people who protect pedophiles, so fuck off with that. Your guy's a fucking pedophile.
Your party isn't fit to govern.
So let me get this right. Tim Walz said you don't have the right to commit hate speech, in which he's talking about violent hate speech. But it's okay that
you can't incite a riot.
That the Trump administration is taking comics off of TV, that they're threatening to charge news anchors with treason for reporting on the war, that they want to stop women from voting. Like, you can't be serious, all right?
I've
like,
already explained this to you, Joseph. Or Joe. I already explained to you why I voted Biden. Trump killed my dad. Fuck him.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't, I'm not worried about the Republican Party. They are not in trouble. What are you talking about?
Okay, sure, dude. Sure. Okay.
Have you seen, like, even the right-wing polls have them losing terribly? Not just a little bit, but like almost possibly, like we could end up with a supermajority, even, like, because of their actions. They are going to lose the midterms, all things being equal as they are now. I mean, if they are held today, they lose everything. Only the deepest of red districts. MAGA doesn't even support this war.
Even in those districts, the Dems are outperforming.
Yeah.
The Dems are outperforming across the board.
Yeah. In districts where they lost by 40 points, they lost by 5 recently. Like, you just, like, they are gaining lots and lots of ground everywhere. Texas will probably turn blue. Florida may turn blue. Like, you've got to be joking if you think that they're not in trouble. They're in deep shit. And there's going to be many of them that are going to end up facing legal consequences for their actions. Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem, Kash Patel, they've all broken law after law after law. Donald Trump, he probably won't ever face any consequences, because I think he'll probably pass away before he finishes his term. But maybe not. But even then, they're not even going to take the time and spend the money on it again. Will it last till 2028 election? Depends on what the Democrats do.
Just for the record, where it says most atheists live in middle to upper class, no, not the vast majority I know. No.
That's crazy.
Try again. Try harder, dude.
Yeah. It's definitely not the just, never mind. I'm not even going to go down that road. Go, I don't know. Go pull a Pew Research thing, I guess. I don't know what to tell you there.
Get educated on your own nation.
You're the joke, no? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's why we're laughing at you. We're not laughing with you.
It is firmly and squarely at you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but he's just fucking ridiculous. Like, what the hell?
The Republican Party has went out of their way to cover up for pedophiles. That's all I have to say. That's it. See? You pissed the dog off, you bastard. See what you did? That dog will jump through there and get your ass. You better calm down.
That was Dr. Kip.
Yeah. Dr. Kip the dog, not Dr.
Yes,
Kip
the dog.
The Dr. Kip. All right. So we'll see. You know, this is why Trump is refusing to do anything other than the SAVE Act, because he's fucked.
And the thing is,
and he knows it.
Yeah, and the thing is that he does not understand why the Republicans are not going to shoot themselves in the foot to do what they want, because it's also going to shoot them in the foot, and they know it. How many Republican women do you know change their name after marriage? How many Democratic women do you know that change their name after marriage? I know a lot. There are less Democratic women that change their name than Republican.
Well,
I didn't.
I think they're willing to sacrifice the votes of women in general because women, the group votes for Democrats overall. So it was it was mostly white evangelical men that got these assholes in office. Dr. Kip's named after the dog. Yeah. But yeah. So I don't have to. I don't have to have this argument. Just go look at the numbers. Just you go look at the numbers, and if you can find any poll anywhere, any legitimate poll, I'll say any accepted poll, widely accepted among the right, even poll that says that Republicans are not in trouble in this next election cycle.
Rasmussen even said that they're in trouble.
I'm wrong.
And
I'll admit I'm wrong right here.
Yeah, Rasmussen even said that they're in trouble, and like they're right up the Republicans' ass with everything. So
that has Trump. Rasmussen had Trump underwater like 30-some points, and Republicans in general underwater like 20-some points. So like,
I mean,
it's just
he's bleeding support like mad. So, I mean, between the Iraq War and the Epstein files, he's lost half his support already. And it's just fallen off by the day. He's not going to gain anybody at all.
What if I find a Frenchman that says it, or an Englishman? Does it have to be a Pole? That's good. I don't know that you'd find one of those either, though. Because that's just how these guys are doing here at home. Abroad is even worse. I've seen mainstream media that contradicts what you guys are saying. Have you seen a legitimate poll? I don't care what Fox Propaganda Network says. I don't even care what CNN says. I care what the actual polls of American
I pay attention to the polls. I pay attention to all the polls.
Yeah.
And they're all bad for him.
Let's look at the numbers, not what mainstream media says, because Fox, even if we went that route, though, Fox agrees with what I'm saying, that Trump is in deep shit. So is the Republican Party.
Just the fact that he thinks that I listen to mainstream media is fucking laughable.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't work the same, would it, Ascalon? But I've seen mainstream media that contradicts what you guys are saying. So I've seen, I've seen a dog talk before. That doesn't mean that they should have a talk show. Although we have one here today that apparently does. You just, it's so hard dealing with these people sometimes. Like you're just willing to pull out any old thing. You're willing to just drag anything out in order to say, oh no, I gotta keep right here for Trump, right here in my hands. You're just willing to do anything to try and spread that narrative whenever prices on everything is up, inflation is up, jobs are down, tariffs are destroying the economy, gas prices, energy prices in general are fucked. Trump thinks you need an ID to buy bread. There's a war.
Like I've said over and over and over, you cannot lie to people about their fucking pocketbooks. You can't fucking do it. They know what they spend, they know what they make, and they know how short their check comes in every fucking week. Like, you can't lie to them about their fucking pocketbook. You can't do it.
Yeah. And it's like, and also, remember, You're sitting here acting like the American people and that don't care about this whole Epstein thing too, which they've tried to get us all to not talk about with all the war and the Mark Wayne dipshits and the all that stuff. Like this is the thing. Like they are the party of pedophiles. They not to say there aren't pedophiles outside of that party. Hold them bitches accountable too. But that's the difference between me and you. You think it's only Democrats that ever do any wrong at all, and the Republicans are always right. Why can you not admit that the Republican Party is not popular among Republicans? Because it isn't, and that is a demonstrable fact. All right, I'm done ranting now.
Love Joe rants.
I will get going on these things. Like, you want to come in, like, it's one thing if you want to have some nuanced point you want to discuss and talk about, like, you think this and that. I'm probably still going to come back to the guy you support's a pedophile. I mean, I'll probably still go there. But the thing is that that's one thing. But when you want to sit here and act like reality isn't fucking real, like, that's something different completely. Run a good candidate.
Joseph, who ran in the last Republican primary? Fuck off.
We don't have to run a good candidate. We just got to let your bad ones continue to be bad, because there's only two options, motherfucker. Like it's either the pedophile defending Trump administration that has ruined everyone's stock market, economy, gas, their jobs, the peace in general, or the other ones. That was a nice gish gallop. This isn't a fucking debate, you idiot. Like,
this is a one-sided conversation, to be frank. So you ain't gonna win this, dude.
It's not a gish gallop when I'm the only one talking. It's not I say something and then wait for you to respond in chat. That's not how this works. Jesus fucking Christ. What is wrong with people?
No shit.
Maybe gas is so high now, you'll quit huffing.
They're going to jump into a side chat and win a fucking debate with the fucking host. We don't have any limits on characters, dude.
Yeah.
And we don't have limits on how much we can type in a certain time period. Keep trying. And also, you're just showing your ass to everybody, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. We can't actually have you guys on to have a conversation about anything, because your positions are just so hateful and bigoted and fucking just horrible towards everybody. I mean, if you could talk about things without immediately going to, well, I don't want to, and people, I'm not even going to say it, but like, you can't do it, because that's all you have. That's all the Republicans have, is anytime we want to talk about factual things, you want to bring up some culture war horse shit that doesn't mean anything and pretend like it has some fucking bearing on the economy or on anything. And you're all fucking idiots. You're the ones we should deport.
It's not possible to have an actual conversation with people who has chosen to live in an alternate universe where the biggest fucking liar is a truth teller and the Messiah and does nothing wrong, even though it's all right in fucking front of you. It's pathetic to be. So if you want to hate people, just say, I'm a hateful person. I'm a racist, I'm a fascist, whatever. I'm a hateful person. And I take glee in the suffering of others, and I don't give a fuck about anyone but myself. At least say that and be fucking honest.
I didn't say you were hateful, Joe. What I said is all that you guys want to do is bring up these hateful ass culture war talking points rather than talk about actual things. Or you want to sit and say stupid ass shit like, but I saw Fox News and they said it was okay. Like, numbers. We have objective facts here. Like we have things to look at. We have things that you can see in real time happening.
And you also support a hateful bigot, so
yeah.
Sorry if the shoe fits.
It's your support of those things, not that you're hateful, Joe. Me and you had a complete respectful conversation, although it was a bit crazy. It was a completely respectful conversation about the thing, and that's cool. Like, but the thing is that your party and what you're sitting here supporting, that's all they have. That's it, and that's where this goes every time. Yet, both of you guys that are in chat right now arguing this shit, you have yet to bring up one demonstrable fact to point to things being any different than I've said they are. Instead, what you've done is, but Fox News or mainstream media, you said, I guess it could have been Newsmax, like that's more fucking reliable.
Oh, Ian?
I don't blame you for not wanting to debate. It wouldn't go well, but I'll leave the door open. I don't want to debate because, I don't care.
There's no point in debating crazy people. Sorry.
What are we debating? What is? Let me just ask you, because, and to be fair, I had a 2A conversation with Joe, and we disagree, and I think I can show with lots of numbers that he was wrong about a lot of things, but what are we going to debate? This is the same problem that we face in the conversation about religion right now, because you have one side that's like, oh, hey, I support science and things, and the other side that says that, oh, no, you have to defend science against my God. And fuck you. No, we don't owe you that. We don't.
Nope. Mm-mm.
There you go. Take it from Bree. She's got you right there. Like that. There it is. Like, why? Yeah. Like, how do you want to say that's not hateful to support people who their only thing is to try and take rights away from people, to harm people, and to scapegoat marginalized and minority groups. That's their only playbook. That's it. We're going to stop women from voting. We're going to kick out all the brown people. We're going to keep all the trans people from existing, I guess. Like, that's all you guys have. That's it. And yeah, you were able to have somehow Trump successfully scapegoat a group of people to the point that it created fear, which created hate, and got his ass elected by the white supremacists and the fucking the far right extremists and all that. That's what happened. Religion and politics are very different conversations.
Not really.
I'll debate that for sure. That I'll debate.
I mean, it should be.
Should be. That's the problem, is they're not any different anymore, because all of your positions are just based on what you feel like is true, and what you feel about a thing, and that you have faith that it's this way rather than depending on numbers, right? And I know it's not religious faith, it's a different thing, but they're still the same conversation. That's why there's been the graying of this whole line between Christian nationalists and Republicans. They're the same thing.
There is a reason that Mind Incest show exists. It's because of this shit. It's because of the intermingling between right and the Christian nationalists and how far they've gone with this shit.
There it is. If you want power but don't have anything to offer, you need an enemy. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's it. That's how the Republican Party has always operated, and that's nothing new. And the Republican Party would even probably admit to that. The thing is that what they did this time was a lot more gross and a lot more damaging and a lot more harmful to a lot more people. That was a lot more. Sorry.
We forgive you.
That's good.
By the way, just to answer someone else where they said that people are bigoted is bigoted, justified against all Christians. It's not. But here's the thing. When you try to legislate your morality and your dogma to affect me, fuck yes, I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Your dogma controls you. It doesn't control me.
When I listen to you guys, all I hear are misrepresentations of my side and saying, okay, Joe, okay. It's not misrepresentation of your side. It may be a misrepresentation of you individually, but it's not a misrepresentation of your side. It is your side. You can show every bit of it. We've shown this. Why do you think this show, not my channel, not everything else, why do you think this show has existed since what are we going on, like almost 2 years now? Why do you think that this has been here? Why do you think that it continues to grow? Do you think it's because I come on here and I'm wrong about everything? I get things wrong, I admit that. But do you think I'm just wrong about all of it? Like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Because we disagree, I must not know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's not like I haven't followed this shit for 25 fucking years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I have no experience in the political realm whatsoever.
Sorry, I won't call you the Nazi lady. That's not fair. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Pri. Like it doesn't matter if you hold those positions, Joe. You support the people that do, and you don't care that they do. You're willing to sacrifice the rights of some people for your personal rights.
If you align with bad people who does bad things to innocent people who cannot defend themselves, if you support that, it doesn't make you just like everyone else. It makes you a bad person, because without your support, they wouldn't be able to do all those bad things. So it is on you, even though you might not be the kind of person who does it yourself, but you have others do it for you. That doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you a neutral person. It makes you a fucking bad person. And you need to deal with it and fucking grow up and take responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes. Shame on you, fucker.
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, we would help. I have seen the atheist community step up and help people more than I have ever in my fucking life seen any church do.
And let me just say, you know what I won't do for your brother-in-law? I'm not going to sit here and pray and act like that fucking does something. If you want to, would you like to contact me and tell me more about what's going on with your brother-in-law? Because then maybe we can talk about doing so. I don't know what is going on with your brother-in-law to help him. But I can guarantee you this, you'll get more consideration about helping him from this community, regardless of his religious affiliation, political affiliation, or anything else.
We don't ask, the Christians ask. Yeah, we don't ask, the Christians ask. They ask, where do you go to church? Before they even consider helping you.
How dare you even come here and insinuate such a thing? That this group of people, especially right here on this channel, some of the most caring people I've ever met in my fucking life. And I'm from deep red religious Kentucky, brother. Like, oh man, you're getting me fucking stuttering and shit now. That's just crazy, man. Like, what the fuck? He's from California. What are you? He's in Kentucky suffering. I don't care where he's from.
And by the way, I'm not from Kentucky. I'm from Texas.
Okay. He's sort of not all there, and currently Kentucky has really screwed him. Kentucky sucks. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? It's with the other list of red states at the bottom of education, median income. Where would you like to start? Where would you like to start? We can agree on that. Kentucky sucks. I have no problem with that.
Mitch McConnell. We can start there. Although I have no room to talk because I have fucking Ted Cruz, so.
To sit and act like fucking like because we're atheists, we wouldn't help somebody.
It's horseshit.
Yeah,
We're humanists first and foremost.
Yeah, I don't believe in your God. That's it. That's all. Other than that, it has no bearing on helping people or anything else. No, I don't even have a problem with believers.
Yeah,
But that would be too much nuance for you to understand.
I wish people didn't believe, but I don't really have a problem until they start trying to force their shit on me. And then I have an issue.
Dumb motherfucking thing to say. God. All right. Well, I was at the hour and a half mark. I was getting ready to be like, well, that's all we really got for today. Let's wrap things up and all that. And then we had to have a bunch of motherfuckers say a bunch of stupid stuff. Like, okay. Look, if you want to bring any of you, whether you agree with me normally or disagree with me normally or whatever, if you want to bring some kind of, I don't know, data, facts, if you want to bring something like that we can look at rather than just, if you want to do that, then we'll have that conversation. I don't care a bit to have that conversation. When have atheists ever asked people to renounce their beliefs before helping them? Churches push people into attending as conditional to charity.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned
they
that.
do.
Yeah, they do. This weekend, there's a right down the road. There's this little fair thing going on, and it's Sunday is the day of the fair, and it takes place from 4 to 6. But guess what starts right after that? Sunday service. So the whole idea is we get you all to come. Here we're going to do this thing, and we'll say, oh yeah, you can stay for service, and they won't make it a condition of it, sure, but it'll be a lot of pressure. And sorry for all the cussing for anybody that offended. Go fuck yourself.
By the way, if anybody wants to, me and Deviant and Jess, I believe from How to Roll an Asteroid, we have got a crafting stream on, I believe it's my channel coming up in like 30 minutes to an hour or so. If you want to swing by and say hi there, have at it. It's just going to be a cool little chill crafty stream. So, yeah, there's that.
And also, whoever made my cuddle squirrel think I must be ultra nasty and horrible. Name a date, a place. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you.
Deviant is the sweetest person I know. Don't worry, Deviant. I'll take the reputation and I'll do the beating for you. How about that?
Okay, good.
See, Joe, right here. You were asked to give a fucking example, and most of them. You don't want to say anything because you know you're fucked as soon as you commit to a topic. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Davey.
It's cool.
I'll end the stream and think about what I've done.
All right.
This was awesome.
Right.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Thanks for coming, Dee. I do want to make a little announcement here at the end that I haven't talked about really. I posted it in Discord. Those of you that follow me there know. But I am going to be working with the Tri-State Freethinkers on organizing and putting on the ARC and counter protests again this year. That'll be on Sunday, July 12th. We'll make a whole weekend of it. We are still confirming speakers and things right now. So give me a give me a bit before I release that list. I can tell you a couple, I guess. Noah,
you can definitely say who's going to be there.
Yeah, well, yeah. Lil will be there. Seth will be there. I will be there. Noah Lugens will be there. I guess that's how you say his name. Who else did we confirm for sure? Oh, Godless Engineer and Casey will be there. We're still confirming people. We have several. We've asked several people, and I don't want to give out those names until we for sure know that they're coming or something. I already made a mistake on that once. Yeah, we are working on that right now. There will be more information and stuff on my Discord and my Facebook, and here, of course. We'll do some fundraisers and stuff. We've already got a commitment from Pangburn to sponsor us again, and so we'll be doing all the things all over again. Only a little
Don't
different.
burn
This will be the
yourself
10th.
out this time.
Yeah, this will be the 10th anniversary of the opening of the Ark Encounter on July 7th, which is kind of the middle of the week there. So that weekend will be the protests. And get with me if you need more information and stuff. There'll be a lot of that coming out as we go, and lots of groups. Black Non-Believers will be there. Who else did we confirm as far as groups? There was another group already confirmed. I don't remember. But we are hard at work on that right now. And so, yeah, go check out Tri-State Freethinkers, and I'll be working with them on this one. And last year it was kind of, they said, here, you can use our stuff, and then I did the rest of it with the help of some of my friends here on YouTube. And this year we've got a lot more people working on it and a lot more resources, got a nonprofit behind it and all that stuff. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's going on this summer. And so, yeah. Anybody else got anything to say?
I'm good.
Boom.